Hello students! Welcome to the class where we will learn about working with tables in Microsoft Word. So, let's begin. Let's understand the basics first about what a table is. It is something that is used to arrange related data in rows and columns. It presents the data in a structured way and helps to compare and analyze information. For example, a list of students with their details can be arranged in a table like this. A row is a horizontal arrangement of data or information in a table. In a row, data is placed next to each other in a straight line. Then, a column is a vertical arrangement of data or information in a table. In a column, data is placed above each other in a straight line. And a cell is the intersection between a row and a column. Let's start learning about creating a table now. We will start by placing the cursor where we want to create a table in the document. Next, select the Insert tab. Then, click the drop-down arrow below the Table option. Now, click the Insert Table option. The Insert Table window appears. Simplify the appropriate values in the number of columns and the number of row boxes. Lastly, click on OK. A table with the specified number of rows and columns will be created at the cursor position. Let's look at editing a table now. Editing refers to entering data, inserting additional rows and columns, and deleting existing rows and columns in the table. Let's go into each of them one by one. Start by entering data in a table. Remember to place the cursor in the cell you want to add data, and that the first row is used for specifying column headings. Moving on to inserting rows, you can insert additional rows in the existing table at the end of the table, below or above any row. Here are the steps to insert an additional row. Firstly, place the cursor in the cell above or below, wherever you want to add the row, and right-click. Then select the Insert option and then click the Insert Rows Above option to insert a row above the cursor position. A new row will be inserted above the cursor position. Similarly, you can click the Insert Rows Below option to add a row below the selected row. Now, let's go into detail about inserting columns. Similar to rows, you can also insert columns in the existing table. Here are the steps. First, place the cursor in the cell beside which you want to add the column and right-click. Then, select the Insert option, after which click Insert Columns to the right option to insert a column to the right of the cursor position. A new column will be inserted to the right of the cursor position. Similarly, you can click the Insert Column to the left option to add a column to the left of the cursor. Here,
now you can add data in your table.
we will now look at deleting rows or columns. Sometimes you may need to remove a row or column from the table that is not required. Here are its steps. Start by placing the cursor in the row you want to delete and right-click. Then select the Delete Cell options. The Delete Cell dialog box will appear.
Click the Delete Entire Row option to delete the selected row from the table. Click OK to delete the selected row from the table. The selected row will get deleted from the table. Steps to delete a column. Step 1. Place the cursor in the column you want to delete and right-click. Step 2. Select the Delete Cells option. The Delete Cells dialog box appears. Step 3. Click the Delete Entire Column to delete the selected column from the table. Step 4. Click OK to delete the selected column from the table.
You can also delete the entire table when not required in the document. For this, click on this symbol to select the entire table and right-click. and then select the Delete Table option. The selected table will be deleted from the document. And now, let's move on to learning about formatting a table. Formatting a table means changing the look or appearance of the table. It also refers to changing the layout of the table. Microsoft Word provides various tools such as applying borders, shading, splitting, and merging the cells of a table. Let's go into each one of them. Start with adding borders and shading. You can apply different border styles to your table. Adding borders and changing the table background can improve the readability of the information contained in it. It highlights important parts of the table and makes the table more attractive. You can set borders and shading for the entire table or a group of cells within the table. Let's see how to do it. Firstly, select the table and right-click. A list of options appear. So then, select the Table Properties option. Its dialog box appears. Now, click the Borders and Shading button. A new dialog box appears. In it, click the Borders tab. Then, select the type of border from the options given in the Style list. You can select the style, color, and width of the border by clicking the drop down and selecting an option from the list. Lastly, click OK to apply the selected border to the table. The selected border will be applied to the table. Next is adding shading. For this, select the Shading tab from the Borders and Shading window. Then select the desired fill and patterns and click OK to apply the desired shade to the selected table. Moving further into formatting, we have merging and splitting cells. Sometimes you may require to join two adjacent cells or divide a cell into two or more cells. Microsoft Word provides us with this merge cell option to combine two cells or more cells and split cell option to divide a cell into two or more cells. Here are the steps to merge cells into a single cell. Begin by selecting the cell you wish to join. Then select the Layout tab and click the Merge Cells option to join the cells. The selected cells are merged into a single cell as shown below. Now, the steps to split a cell into two or more cells are: place the cursor in the cell that you want to split. Select the Layout tab. Click the Split Cells option to divide the cell. A Split Cells dialog box appears. Next, specify the number of rows and columns into which you want to divide. And finally, click OK to split the cell. The cell will be split into the specified number of rows and columns. And the last feature of tables we will learn for this chapter is applying table styles. Once you have created a table, Microsoft Word allows you to apply various styles to the table to make it look more attractive. Here is how. First, select the table. Secondly, click the Design tab. A list of table styles appears in the Table Style group. Then, click the drop-down arrow to view the list of the table styles. And a list of table styles appear. Finally, select the desired table style from the list. The selected table style will appear as shown below. And that is what working with tables in Microsoft Word looks like. Hopefully, you all have understood it. If not, I will be here as always if you need to revise. So, see you next time. Bye-bye.